Good morning, folks. Brian Hale with Mortgage Advisory Partners. It's Monday morning, August 5th, coming to you from my office here in Newport Beach, California this morning. I'm going to make this video actually fairly quick, given everything that's going on in the markets this morning. The reality is that the world woke up off the jobs report on Friday to think, well, what's going on with is the economy worse than we thought it was, or is unemployment going up faster than we thought it would? And then the rest of the world over the weekend decided, huge issue. You've got, the Japanese stock market today is off 12%, the biggest drop since 2007. You've had bond prices this morning. The 10-year Treasury was down in the low or mid to slightly upper 3.6% range. So 3.66, 3.67. It's since traded back up to about 3.75, 3.74%. which is still a material improvement off Friday's numbers. The reality is that while we have our newsletter here in the post, as we always do, and it's got some really fabulous charts in it this week to kind of help you understand what's going on in the market. So I encourage you to look at it. I encourage you to subscribe to it. You would have got it on Friday had you been a subscriber to this. Subscriptions continue to grow. But really what I wanted to do this morning was talk about what's going on in the marketplace. The ISM numbers came out at about 10 a.m. East Coast time, which calmed the market some. I know that a lot of companies are scrambling due to margin calls today on their hedged pipeline. I was on a phone call this morning with one of my longest tenured clients, working through a variety of issues. He's actually in really good shape relative to his hedge on that piece. But here's the short version. We clearly have had somewhat of a dam break in terms of interest rates. The markets are kind of pressing the Fed. There was a news article this morning suggesting the Fed should do some kind of an emergency rate cut. I don't think necessarily that that's in the market or likely to happen, because it would express panic by the Fed, and I think that's the last thing we need. So the markets have kind of settled out here today after a big open down in terms of lower interest rates. They've come back up just a touch. But clearly what we're seeing is a trend to lower rates into the second half of the year and into early next year. So again, I would take a look at the newsletter that's posted here with this with this video. Consider subscribing to it so you get this kind of insight. But also, in addition to that, we have a link here in the post to the weekly roadmap, which is a live in-person call at 9 a.m. Pacific every Friday morning. That gives you current information as to what's going on. We typically, not every time, but typically have a guest speaker about something specific, tactics or opportunities for you to improve your production in terms of what's going on. I give an update on what's happening in the interest rate markets and in general, and kind of what you should anticipate in terms of data coming up the following week, how the data was positioned in the week closed as of Friday. So again, take a look at this, the weekly roadmap. There's a link here in the post. Consider subscribing to it. It's free for the entire month of August. So you can get on every Friday and kind of get a taste. And if you can't make it live, you can listen to it. We record every call. We produce a deck. There's a ton of additional value that I send out during the week in terms of curated information to our subscribers, to both our newsletter as well as our weekly roadmap subscribers. So a lot of important information in this week. We're going to see better rates here for a period of time. Let's stay focused on that, and I'm going to let you go. Hope you all have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.